Okay, yes. Good afternoon, all. I think you can see the screen. Hope everyone is doing good at home. Yesterday, due to network problem, we did not discuss about our subject. We had a small general discussion for 30 minutes. Okay. So today, let us continue our classes. For second module, we are discussing the soft methods. Okay, or tools for innovation management. Or methods for innovation management or techniques, whatever we can say. So in the last class, we have discussed about the advantages, uh, and also we have discussed about the features, advantages. Now today, let us discuss about soft methods of innovation management. So what are the tools we have to follow in the organization for the innovation management or methods? Okay, so students, give me your attendance in the chat bar. Okay, hope everyone is giving that, but please give me your attendance in the chat bar so that I will only consider. Okay, now today let me start our class about the okay. Yes. Let us discuss this soft methods of innovation management. Okay, what do you mean by soft methods of innovation management? Yes, from the last class onwards, we are discussing in the aspects of the organization. Okay, yes, to have, okay, to have innovation, okay, to manage the innovation in the organization, what are the tools, what are the methods, what are the techniques we have to follow? Okay, see, I have already said that changing a product, modification of products, adding something into the product is not only the innovation or a process. We have many things. So to manage this, what we need, to manage this, what we need, let us discuss today here in the class. Okay, yes. So these are the, let us discuss. We have 7 to 8 methods or techniques or tools, okay, with the sound technology, okay, added sound technology. So I think we have started in the last class and we have discussed about the knowledge management tools. So knowledge management tool is a software, knowledge management tool is a technique adopted by the management or adopted by the decision makers or adopted by the entrepreneurs to introduce any innovation, to manage any innovation in the organization. I have already said you that along with the innovation management, change management or knowledge management are the two subjects it will relate. Okay, same way here also. So knowledge management tool is one soft method, that is one tool we can say, or one technique we can say, or one technique methods we can say, to integrate the management of people, processes and technologies in order to generate, capture and use valuable knowledge in the organization. Yes, I have already said you that how the knowledge management is going to happen. Okay, see, for example, if you want to introduce any new process in the organization, or if you want to introduce any new technology in the organization, so you are going to take the help of knowledge management. Okay, how means, yes, we through this software, you are going to give very clearly to all the employees in the organization how it is happening in the organization. Okay, so that is already we have discussed in the last class about the knowledge management tool. Now let us discuss the second one, that is a knowledge audits. Okay, yes, knowledge audits is a very important term or very important tool or very important technique we can say here, that it is also one method to know how far so management or how far to what is it people in the organization have gained knowledge. Here it is very clearly telling that the word called as the knowledge audits, right? So what is knowledge audit here? Knowledge audit itself, it is telling checking. Okay, knowledge assessment or knowledge check. Okay, how this is happening happens means, see here, see here, the first one is analysis of key documents and the current information system, interviews with the representative staff, knowledge requirements questionnaires, analysis of information and knowledge flows, development of knowledge map, okay, writing of an action plan. Okay, so these are all the knowledge audits. See, in the first step, if you see, knowledge management tool is one technique or one method they are following. Okay, so knowledge check, through that knowledge management software or through that knowledge management tool, how far the what do you say, the employee or the people in the organization understand that management or understand that innovation or understand that new implementation, that will be done through knowledge audit. How it will be done means, see, the first one is analysis of key documents, okay, and current information systems. Okay, we are going to understand, we are going to understand through knowledge audits whatever the knowledge you have developed, whatever the knowledge systems you have developed in the organization. Okay, so how you are going to check them, how you are going to audit them, how far it is important to the employees, how far those people are going to understand this information. Means, first of all, what in this first step of our knowledge audit is, we have to analyze, we have to analyze the key documents and the current information. Okay, so whatever the documents we have on the innovation, that we have to understand, and the current information systems, yes, whatever the information we have and how far it is related to the knowledge of that innovation, so that we have to compare. Okay, then interviews with a representative staff. Yes, now based on this innovation, based on this in the process of this audit, we have to go with the contact with a representative staff. Representative staff means who are responsible for this innovation. Okay, who is going to implement this innovation, those what we call as the, we call them as the representative staff. So we have to go contact with them. Contact with them means we have to question them, we have to ask them. Okay, we have to interview them. So what is the implementation, what is the innovation, how far this innovation going to help, how far this innovation is going to spread, and how far this innovation going to help your organization. And so what are the documents, your everything, everything comes under this interviews with the representative staff. Yes, after representative staff, we come to know that some understanding, some understanding. Okay, then we have to go with the next step, that is knowledge requirements questionnaires. Yes, we have to write a questionnaire. Okay, we have to develop a questionnaire, how far the knowledge regarding that innovation, how far the knowledge about these people, whatever the implementation happening, we have to prepare a questionnaire. And this questionnaire should be given to all the employees, all the people in the organization. This has to distribute in all the organization. Why we have to distribute among the people means, among the people, if you are going to distribute among the people, if you are going to distribute, then what happened here is, through that questionnaire we can get a conclusion that how far the innovation is successful. Okay, so that this check can be happen, or that knowledge check can be happen. So that is one thing. So the next one is analysis of information and knowledge flows. Okay, so what do you mean by analysis of information and knowledge flows means, we have to understand the information flow. Okay, that is knowledge flow. So information flow means from one department to another department. Knowledge flow means from one person to the another person. How it is going to flow means how far it is successful, how far it is successful. See here, whatever the knowledge you are sharing and whatever the information sharing should be from the first person to the 100%, the knowledge should be same. Okay, it should not be grapevine communication. Whatever the information you are communicating, whatever the information you are giving, it should be same for one person to the 100% also. So that we have to understand here. Okay, because I have in the system, if it is a software, if I open or if any other employee opens, the software will be the same, the information will be the same, the knowledge will be the same, there will be no any difference, right? So the same way we have to do. So next one, development of knowledge maps. What do you mean by knowledge maps? Knowledge mapping. Okay, so knowledge mapping again, we can say here something very vast subject. Okay, just 1 minute, please. Let me see the attendance of how many participants. Yes, 98 participants are there. Okay. Okay, what we are discussing, yes, development of knowledge maps. So we have to develop the knowledge maps. Knowledge maps means, so we have to map how far he understood or how far people understood. Okay, see, so what do you mean by, we'll have some parameters or we'll have some factors. Then in the questionnaire only, or so we have to understand how far this information, how far this what you say knowledge they have understood. Based on that knowledge mapping, we have to develop still more. Okay, if yes, whatever the software we are using, whatever the tool we have, whatever the things we have, yes, their knowledge is very good. Think that you got that their knowledge is very good. Then what happened here? No need of anything. But if you have seen that the knowledge we need, we have to give more. Okay, the knowledge mapping is dull. The knowledge mapping, the percentage, the concept of knowledge mapping is less, then we have to develop. Okay, and based on that we have to writing of an action plan. Okay, so we have to plan the action. See, if you see, these are the stepwise how the knowledge audit will be done means, all the stepwise. First of all, we have to analyze the documents and of the information. Then based on that knowledge, based on that documents, based on the information we got after analysis, we have to interview the representatives of the staff who are responsible for the innovation. And after interviewing, what we have to do is we have to prepare some questionnaires, some which knowledge requirements questionnaires, which should be distributed among the employee in the organization. Based on that, we have to whatever the questionnaire we get, whatever the information we get, we have to analyze that information and knowledge flows. And then based on that information, whatever you have analyzed, you have to develop the knowledge mapping. So how far this knowledge has been understood by these people, and how far the knowledge has got, and everything we have to analyze. And then we have to go with the action plan. So how for what the action we have to do? If everything is good, so the action plan will be less. Okay, if not, then we have to change the tool or change the technique or change the method. So that is what we say, knowledge audit is also one soft method, is also one tool or method for innovation management. Moving on to the next. Okay, moving on to the next. So this is what we are speaking about, the knowledge mapping again. So in whatever the thing, so knowledge mapping is also one technique again. So here we have very okay. So here we have very clearly what is the, see, knowledge mapping technique are part of audit process. Yes, whatever we have discussed, and generates a picture of the explicit information. Explicit information means outside information, showing the importance of relationship between knowledge stores and dynamics. Okay, what is the relationship it is going to show? Whatever is happening outside, movements is happening outside, changes happening in the outside, and whatever the knowledge we have. Okay, that relation between, see, for example, there are some people, whatever the changes happens, whatever the knowledge updations happens, some people will receive that very quickly. Okay, will know very quickly. But some people, if it happens 6 months also, still we don't know that softwares, or still we don't know the technology or that information. So then what happened here is that is the gap we can get. Okay, so the what the knowledge mapping going to do is, knowledge mapping is going to do, it generates a picture, okay, of the explicit information showing, okay, the importance of relationship between knowledge stores and dynamics. And also the next point, if you see, okay, knowledge mapping is a worthy practice. Okay, it's a very good tool or good technique consisting of survey. Of course, it's a survey audit and synthesize, and aims to track the acquisition and loss of information. See, so whatever the gap will come, whatever the gap will come for the information. Just now I said that it is a relationship between the dynamics and the knowledge stores. Whatever the knowledge I have, whatever the knowledge I'm going to, I don't have, means that's a moment which I missed. Okay, so what is the knowledge I have today? Okay, and what is the knowledge I'm going to miss? If it is the gap between these two is more, okay, then there is a need of a knowledge mapping. The gap is very less, then okay, because so whatever the knowledge moving outside, movement is happening outside, if you are going to track that, and if you are gaining that, so then there is no need of any acquisition, and the no loss of information happens. But the gap is more, the loss of information is more, and the aims to track of acquisition is also more. So that is the second point we can say. That is, knowledge mapping is worthy practice consisting of survey, audit, and synthesize the and aims to track the acquisition and loss of information. Okay. The next one is the last point of knowledge mapping is it explores personal and group competencies and proficiencies. Yes, knowledge mapping is also, it speaks about individual competencies. What do I mean by competencies? Again, competencies includes skills, attitudes, and knowledge. Okay, so knowledge mapping not only give, or not only survey, or not only speak about the relationship between the knowledge what you have, whatever the knowledge you store in the organization, okay, and whatever the knowledge happening outside, that is a dynamics. It also explores individual, that is a personal competencies, group competencies, and of course proficiencies. Okay, what do you mean by competencies here? Competencies means whatever the skills you have, whatever the attitude you have, whatever the knowledge you gained. Proficiency, what are the roles and what are the duties and responsibilities you have to perform. So it also explores these all points. So that is what a knowledge mapping. See, if you see, everything is a interconnected, everything is a interconnected. Knowledge management, a knowledge audit, a knowledge mapping. So these are the some three techniques we can say in the soft methods. Now moving on to the next slide, that is the fourth one is IPR management. Okay, IPR management is also another tool, is also another technique in the innovation management of what to say, in the soft methods of innovation management. How can you say that is IPR? Means IPR is intellectual property rights. Okay, intellectual property rights. So what do you mean by intellectual property rights? Hope you know intellectual property rights. Whatever the intelligence we gained, whatever the intellectual you have, that is your property, getting right on that through government. Okay, you are going to get some right that no other people should, people should use your intellectual, means your intelligence, whatever you found. Maybe in the innovation management, if your company is finding a new thing, okay, so if that new thing will be copied by the other companies, then what happened, the what is your competition may disturb, your competition may disturb. For that, what you go is, for your intellectual, for your innovation, you are going to register that this is our property and right is only for us to use this for this many years, or etc and etc, based on the things. Okay, so then what we call it as the intellectual property right. And here in the soft methods, managing IPR is also one tool, one technique they are telling in the innovation management. Okay, because we have to protect, and we have to protect over our products, or whatever the ideas we have, whatever the commercialized results, everything we have to protect. So that is the one thing. See, if we are not able to protect, if you are not able to protect, for example, see here, IPR management are responsible for the management and protection of rights. Yes, just now I spoke about that. Protection of rights over products, corporate intellectual capital, and commercialized results. Yes, commercialized results which are obtained out of a company's innovation activity. Exactly. Whatever the innovation we have in our organization, totally we have to take all the rights, maybe over the products, maybe on the corporate intellectual capital. Capital means the fund or the amount raised, invested on that, and also commercialized results. Commercialized result means how much profit we are going to gain through this innovation. And all these activities, for all these activities we have to register, or we have to protect some rights, that what we call it as the IPR. If you are failing this, okay, if you are failing this in the innovation management, that is again a big problem. Okay, so what will be the big problem here means, if you don't have any copyrights, or if you don't have any intellectual property right, okay, then whatever the new technology you found, or whatever the innovation you found, if your competitors will copy that, okay, the formula or whatever the things, the idea, then what happened here, so there is a no question of okay, usage of your innovation, and they gain everything. So if they do some changes and they introduce that, then there is a no meaning for that. So we have to uh, manage the IPR, that is the intellectual property right. And the next one, the next tool, the next software methods of innovation management is a technology watch. Okay, what do you mean by technology watch here is, see here, if you see, we have 6 steps here in the technology watch. Now, what is the technology watch? Let us know. Is a technique to recognize the main technology advances as they appear on the market in order to detect opportunities and threats in a timely fashion. See, whatever the technology appears in the market, or whatever the technological advances appear in the market, so we have to detect what are the opportunities if we use that technology, and what are the threats if we use that technology. We have to find that. Okay, then through that, okay, through that, then we come to know what will happen if we adopt that technology. And so what are the stages of this technology watch means? There are 6 stages. First of all, you have to identify the internal clients for the technology. Okay, who are the internal clients for that technology? Internal clients for the technology means who are using that technology, who developed that technology. Okay, now determining the targets of the watch, determining the targets of the watch, determining the providers of information. See here, what do you mean by determining the targets of the watch means, who are going to use this technology, or let me change the sentence like this. Okay, this technology is useful to whom? Okay, who are the target people for this technology? Okay, whatever the technology we have, whatever the technology, for example, money transfer app, everyone can use. Okay, everyone can use. Who are literates mainly? Of course, nowadays illiterates also, once they come to know the process and everything, they can't read also, they can identify and they can transfer. But we can't go for the villages who are illiterates and make them this. Okay, now for this a technology advancement, for this technology advancement, who are the targets we have to determine? So determining the targets of the watch, and determining the providers of information. And see, if you have found one technology, so this technology to whom they have targeted. Okay, and also who is going to provide this information, who is going to provide this information who is providing, and the targeters we have to identify. Now organizing the information collected, organizing the information collected, whatever the determining targets, whatever the things, you have to organize this information, and organizing the use of information, and assuring coordination. See, what is don't get confused of all these steps. It's very simple. Technology watch is, if you have observed that, okay, any new technology in the market, okay, if you see all the, what is say, all the big BPOs, or all the big software companies are also doing the same thing only. Okay, they make some changes. Okay, some people will develop that, some people will develop that as a small only. Okay, but if that technology is very useful to any big company or any other companies also, then what happen here, so that companies will get attracted to that. Okay, then as soon as they get attracted, if that technology is very important for them, Okay, that technology is very important for them. Then what happened here, they go with all these are technologies. Okay, so all these steps they like to bring the technology into their organization. And also what they do is they will not let to know their competitors that yes, after usage because softwares are not at all restricted, right? Okay, so we can't stop using by one company or other company with the small changes or with the small modifications, because engineers can develop once they know the steps, once they know the steps of development of the software. Okay, then what, idea should be the new one, idea should be the new one. And whatever the technology it is there, that technology, whatever the technology you have seen, that should be related to our company, that's all. Okay, so we can't say that this software is only for us and this can't be used for the other people. Yes, you can take intellectual property rights, you can take copyrights, but what the engineers will do is they do small modifications. Okay, they do small modifications, and what they do, they will implement the things. So that is also technology watch. Okay, technology watch is also one tool. Okay, so whatever the softwares are there outside, coming outside, is also one tool or one method, one technique in the innovation management. Okay, moving on, the next one is a very important one, that is a patents analysis. Okay, yes, patent analysis. Patent analysis, it is always linked with this step is always linked with R&D department. Okay, research and development. Hope you know research and development. Every company will have this department, R&D. So what this R&D department will do? Okay, what the R&D department the department do? What they do? Research and development always their work is to develop through research. What they want to develop, they want to develop the products, they want to develop the process, they want to develop what is happening in the market, what are the changes happening for the customer, everything. Okay, their work is they have to research the market, they have to explore the, what is say, outside environment or external environment or macro environment, based on the changes in the in what to say, micro environment, and they have to develop the things. Okay, that is the main duties, responsibility and duties of research and development. Okay, now what is this patents analysis means? Yes, what do you mean by patent analysis? A patent means the same way as the intellectual property rights, as copyrights, as a patent. For your idea, for your research, for your executives, everything, you should get the patents. You should get the patents. See here, if you see, it enables, what enables? Patent analysis enables, understanding of patents enables the researchers and business executives to access the competitive patent landscape, to access the competitive patent landscape prior to engaging in costly research and development. Yes, see, engaging in costly research and development, patent execution, or M&A activities. What do you mean by M&A activities? M&A activities are merger and acquisition activities. Okay, yes, this whenever the merger acquisition happens, overtaking of any other company, merging of the other companies. So this is also something innovative only. Okay, so M&A activities don't think that mergers and acquisition happens only not to expand their profits, and of course to expand their shares, etc., and etc., they do that, but this is also one part of a innovation only. Okay, in that process, this patent analysis enables the researchers and businesses executive to access the competitive patent, to access the competitive patent landscape prior to engaging in costly. Okay, now, so let me tell you here what is a patent analysis is. For example, you got an idea. Okay, you got an idea, uh, idea or whatever the things. Now what happened here, you want to see that is this idea whatever you got is exist. Okay, because see here they are already telling that for research and development, for research and development, it is very 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 costly doing research and development. For example, you got an idea. Okay, if you want to develop that idea from idea generation to the commercialization, If you remember this, what happened here, uh, there are many steps in between. Okay, from idea screening to commercialization, in between we have 6 steps, if you remember. Okay, if you want to implement all these 6 steps, then what happened here? Okay, so it will take much of cost. Okay, it included with cost. Instead of that, okay, what we have to do is, whatever the idea we got, or whatever the knowledge we have, whatever the innovation we thought in our mind, or through our employee, or through whatever, okay, then first of all we have to go with the patent analysis. Is this innovation already exist? Okay, is this already exist with our competitors, or with our competitor, whatever the technology we are using, whatever the soft, anything. Okay, is this already there using by our competitors? We have to analyze that. Then, okay, if you come to know that yes, already this technology used, already this idea is used, already the software is used, then okay, better we have to stop there itself. Because so already it is there. Okay, IPR will be registered, everything was done. Instead of that, if you are ignoring that, and if you start doing R&D and everything, all these comes under the very big, what is it, not only problem to our organization, wastage of what is it, wastage of your money, or wastage of time happens. So that is what here in the telling, while you are doing any innovation management, another tool or another method they are telling is, better go with the patents analysis first. Okay, is this already exist or not? Okay, so that is what we are telling, engaging in costly R&D, patent execution, or M&A activities. So that is what the next one. The next one is BIS. BIS is a business intel. What is a intelligence system? What is intelligence system? So actually, this BIS used for what is the systems is used for finding some patterns. Patterns means some methods again, some processes, some methods for what, for whatever the existing data we have. Okay, for example, we have one data. So for this, what we are going to do, how this data is converted into the operations, or from operations, how we have to extract the data. So all this, what we call it as the BIS, that is a business intelligence system. The data will be converted to operations, or operations will be, the data will be extracted from the operations. So BIS is also one tool we can say. Okay, so that is a business intelligence system. Hope everyone has come across this word, that is business intelligence system. So this is also one method, or a tool, or a technique of our innovation management here. How it is, it integrates into a structure systems. So I already said it's a pattern, right? It's a pattern. So integrates into a structure system all the needed mechanisms to capture the knowledge, or capture the idea, capture the innovation, filter that innovation, analyze and distribute, analyze, distribute business intelligence that is useful for an enterprise. Hope you understood. Okay, so whatever the data you have, think that you have a full data, but which data is useful for us, which data is useful to our organization, or which data is useful for our process, or which data is useful for our methods, and everything, how we can do, if we for example, as a person, if we want to do time taking, so then what we do is, we use a system. Okay, we use some patterns. Okay, whatever the data is necessary, that data only is transferred for operations, for the employees. Okay, so that system, or that method, what we call it as the business intelligence system. Hope you understood why organizations use this business intelligence system. So they use this business intelligence system because, for what they use this business intelligence system means, whatever the data we have. Because see, in any organizations, there will be what I say, much of data. Okay, if you want to read whole data, and if you want to understand the process, means it's time taking. Okay, for the employees, and wastage of time. Then, for example, operations, that is production operations, let us see. Okay, for them, production operations, giving the data related to production is very good. Okay, but marketing, finance, the data regarding the finance, regarding the what is say marketing, regarding to the HR is unnecessary for them. Okay, if you dump all the data for them, then what they treat, they want to go through that whatever the necessary for the production. So filtering that is very tough. Okay, so what the BIS, if you introduce this method or this is a technique, okay, in the BIS, what they do is, yes, for example, production people need this. Okay, for the operations, what for the production people, they want some information. So what this in the middle, this software, this technology, this tool uses whatever the data you have here this side. Okay, for this production operations, in this one they will capture, they filter, analyze, and distribute. Okay, so whatever the data it is important for the production. Okay, so whatever information, what knowledge is necessary, okay, for only the production, it is going to capture, okay, for in that whole data, and it is going to filter it and analyze it, make this making analyze means making in a stepwise. Okay, better understanding. Now it distribute to the production department. Okay, so that what we call it as the business intelligence system. Hope you understood. Okay, so simple thing, business intelligence system is, it is going to filter the things. So whatever the example I have said, see, in an organization the data is having much about HR, it will be there, finance it will be there, production it will be there, finance it will be there, and also about shares, about anything. Okay, so because the data is vast, organization is vast, a big organization. Okay, see, for the manager of production or the employees of production, they don't want all those nonsense. Maybe for the top management people, everything they need. Okay, why we have to distribute to all the people? So for that, what they do, we are going to use the tool, that is what we call it as the business intelligence system. So through this business intelligence system, it is going to, so whatever the data it is necessary, it is going to filter and it is going to give. So that what we call it as the business intelligence system. And how it help in the innovation management means, yes, whatever the innovation we are going to form, okay, whatever the techniques we are going to have, whatever the new things, so for that innovation, what data is necessary, what data is necessary, and that only it filters, that only it filters. So that is what we call it as the business intelligence system. Okay, moving on, moving on to this next method, we can say is a CRM. So these are the some other methods also we have, that is a CRM, customer relationship management. Next, groupware, to schedule the work of groups is one another software. Team building. Okay, next, supply chain management, SCM, and industrial clustering. Okay, so these are all other some soft methods. We I think you have heard about customer relationship management. Okay, CRM is if you see in the past 10 years or 9 years back, CRM was at that time, it was a very boom. Okay, so it is having very good initiation in the market. So we'll discuss all these other 5 soft methods of innovation management in the next class. Okay, now I think you have remembered this very important question in this chapter, that is soft methods of innovation. What are the tools? Knowledge management tools, audits, knowledge mapping, okay, IPR management, technology watch, patent analysis, and business intelligence system. The other tools we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, students, hope everyone has given your attendance in the chart. Again, I'm telling that I'll consider only that attendance. Okay, so whatever the screenshot, because in the screenshot I may miss the people. Okay, we'll meet you in the next class. Be at home, be safe. Okay, bye, meet you in the next class.